Directed mode for the tomb is finally here, but will it be enough to guide players through the most challenging Easter egg of Black Ops 6 Zombies so far? Let's find out. And today we will be using the C9 SMG. Here is the class that I'm currently using. I know a lot of you are going to say, Donuts, why aren't you using the ASG? And yes, the ASG is a good choice for this Easter egg, like many Easter eggs. The tomb is one of those main quests that you can do with quite a bit of weapons because the weapon that counts the most is the ice staff, which we're going to get anyway. Now, normally I would stay in the spawn room until a much later round. I would turn on the rampage inducer actually because these doors are really expensive, but the round cap is 3, so instead of pushing this round cap, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the door and hopefully the round cap will increase. So let's head our way in through here and hopefully pick up a shovel. Can we find it? Yeah, okay, cool. And that also increased the round cap, which is great. Now, because directed mode, it turns off all of the side Easter eggs, we don't have like the jars, and I doubt we're going to be able to get the free pack-a-punch or the free ether tool. So we're probably gonna need to play this map pretty vanilla. Another round cap, let's progress through these doors. I think we should have a bug round now. And yes, we don't have the little bonus drops, the little secret hidden power-ups that you can get. So yeah, we're gonna need to play this vanilla here. But we have enough to open up this door, and of course this is just like the normal map. We can go ahead and place our little amulet here to open up the doorway to nowhere. And this will be the first directed mode little prompt that we get, which is always very interesting to me. The round cap is already round 10, and we need to wait for Sir Archibald's attacker to appear. Something I've noticed with these directed mode stuff, I love the little narrative beats that we get like official names for things, but especially with the Citadel directed mode, they also were pretty non-specific with a lot of their steps. Now, I don't think we're gonna have that problem in the tomb because the tomb is pretty straightforward, but it's always interesting to come at this from a brand new player's perspective and just pretend like you don't know what's going on and try to take things as literally as possible. And we're at the end of round 6. Let's get this nuke, and I think, oh, you know what? Are the rocks even gone? It looks like the rocks are completely gone, like you can't even shoot them. Wow. Well, I'll just farm up these pods for some salvage because I guess, oh yeah, we got the Wonder Fizz machine right away. That's good. And we'll have to do this the old-fashioned way, just using the pack-a-punch machine to pack-a-punch. I think if we go in with purple pack 2 with this boss fight, I think that should be okay because we're at round 15. I hope that should be all right. And yes, now it is round 8, and we should see Sir Archibald's attacker. Yeah, oh, it changed to kill Archibald's attacker. Wonderful. We can do so just like that. Retrieve the monocle, of course. Interesting. We still have the little box for the, what do you call it? All right. Looks like you can't open it, but for the golden armor, looks like the box is still there. It's just you can't interact with it, I guess. Unfortunate. That would have been pretty cool to do on indirected mode, around 15 golden armor. Let's go ahead and upgrade our weapon rarity. Now it's giving us a little indicator here to break etheric lanterns in the tombs until symbols are revealed. Again, that's a pretty succinct way of saying that. Unfortunately, you still need to wait the 45 seconds for it to respawn back in. And of course, it's always the last one that pops up. Any second now, this should be respawning. Beautiful. And then, symbols are revealed. Are you gonna instruct me further? Yes, you are. Shoot the symbols in ascending order. So once again, if you don't know your Roman numerals, you are gonna get stuck on this step. Now, luckily, a lot of people know their Roman numerals, but let's go over them. We got 1, 2, 3, and then you've got the 4, 5, 6 over here. 7 is the one with 2 lines, 8 is the one with 3 lines. You can see they're separated a little bit, so 7 and 8. Once we've done that, we should initiate a lockdown. Kill the creatures emerging from the portals. Doesn't get much simpler than that. You just gotta kill things. I gotta say, I always love the music in this little lockdown. It's some sort of variation of the Zombies theme, and it's just so good. Also gotta say, doing this with a somewhat upgraded weapon, much easier than the way I normally do it. I usually wait to upgrade my rarity of my weapon until later so that I can do the little Easter egg with the waterfall, but no, this was really easy. I didn't need to buy ammo once. So now this is done, we will go ahead and pick up our max ammo and retrieve the ice staff piece, and I imagine you're going to instruct me to go all the way over to the Neolithic catacombs. Okay, same deal. So far, this is really accurate. Obviously, the tomb is not the most complicated Easter egg out there, but I remember the days where any sort of complexity in Easter eggs always just turned me away from it. So I'm really happy with the directed mode in general. I think this is one of the best things for zombies in general. I love it. I guess we do have a round cap of 10, so like I'm probably gonna farm up a couple points here, especially if these lanterns take a little bit. Hey, look at that. There we go. All right, so let's do this again. Can we hit? Okay, well, let's actually, well, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Beautiful. All before the vermin could get me. And then what I like to do is, well, I usually like to be in that room, but that's fine. We'll start off here, clear up all of these zombies. And this is my favorite room to be in, the Deadshot room, because these little tunnels here can really funnel these guys through and make them all line up in a nice little line here. So I think this is the easier side of the lockdown, if you ask me. And then if it comes on this side, we can just be over here. And if you ever get overwhelmed, you could just run through the door, and then that way they're gonna line up single file for you again. Pretty easy. After the third lockdown, you will get a max armor. And then the last lockdown is always right next to the painting. And once again, didn't even need to buy ammo. Who knew having a stronger weapon made you use less ammo? But we have our second head, or the second piece of the ice staff. Activate the ice staff pieces on the plinth in the dark ether. I just love that language. I don't know what it is. It's maybe because I'm really bad with words myself. I appreciate when certain steps are articulated really succinctly. But here we are, round 11. We have a round 11 health cap, which is good to know if you're not doing the ice staff pieces. If you're using this for farming, you're going to get around 10 health cap, but we are going to activate this here. Now, this is always very difficult to do, so I wonder if they're going to make this any easier, which is also an interesting idea for this directed mode. A lot of people are struggling with this Easter egg, and so I wonder if they're going to make any aspects of it easier here. And so far, I forgot to buy tier 2 armor. Ooh, did they change those words? Did they, like, was it always staff health, or was it just ice staff on the side there? Because I think it was just the ice staff, right? So now what we need to do is we need to come here. We need to throw that down. Donuts, no. Okay, we need to back away, get all these zombies out of there. I dropped an energy mine turret. Oh my goodness, I need tier 2 armor. That's bad. Let's get on back up here. Okay, these parasites are terrible. No, the ice staff. Okay, so these energy mine turrets are huge because really the only thing you need to kill are the enemies actually shooting at the ice staff pieces, and the purple-eyed zombies also, I think, count, pretty sure, but the parasites, as you've seen, are very, very annoying. So the further away you are, oh, come on, zombie. Let's do that. Okay, very good. Beautiful, beautiful. Wait, there's more? No, thank you. No, I didn't think so. Okay, now we can retrieve the ice staff. Beautiful. Oh, and look at that. It tells you the exact specifications. Freeze 3 etheric lanterns with the ice staff within 10 seconds. That is so cool that we managed to figure out the exact timing without this directed mode. So cool. So let's see if we're lined up for these etheric lanterns in any way. We kind of are. Instead of getting tier 2 armor like I should, I'm going to get PhD so we can slide a little faster. Now you can do this in any order that you want, but I always find it pretty easy. If you start here, it doesn't matter where the lantern is in this room because you're running by it anyway. You just freeze it like so, and then if you slide on down here, kind of aim and do that, boom, we got it. Now, if the etheric lantern is like underneath here, all you need to do is destroy it and it'll usually move up here. But now we need to go to the dark ether, hey, with the ice staff, shoot 3 runes on the floating rocks in the dark ether sky. Let's go. All right, there's one of them, and I think that is pizza. Correct me. Yep, that's pizza. We've got one right there. I think that's a little like tadpole J. I'm trying to figure out what to call that. Yes, and the last one is right here, and I believe this is like a U. Yes, a little fancy U. Okay. Use the ice staff to shoot these same runes on the outside gateway and enter it. Again, that's not terrible language there. Okay, so we're going to need to go over there. So that means we'll need to go through this doorway here. So if we come around from this angle, here is the deactivated portal. We're going to go ahead and do the little U. We've got pizza and the little tadpole. Now, does this say anything if you failed it? That's really what I should have tested. If we failed it, I wonder if it says anything different. Very interesting. So I guess we're gonna go through this now. I still don't have tier 2 armor and I don't have much ammo, which is not good, but we're gonna try it anyway. I know we go through a couple ammo caches, so hopefully we can get a, what is it, 1,000 points for tier 1 Pack-a-Punch? I think so. Stay close to the energy as it moves through the dark ether. Okay, that is good to know. It's not saying you need to get kills around it, just that you need to stay around it. And these zombies are not getting me very many kills. We're probably gonna need to use the ice staff because the ammo crate is right there, and I need to get like a couple more points, pretty please. Okay, that's enough points. Let's buy ammo, and I need to remember to reload this ice staff before it gets to be a problem. Don't have speed cola either. That is not good. Donuts, you are doing this way underprepared. That is quite all right. We're doing pretty good. Almost have enough for another energy mine, which will help us out during this amalgam little phase here. Hello, amalgam, no. Freeze you, freeze you. There you go. Nice. Now we just got to be patient. We do have a decoy. Just got to be careful. You don't need to kill the amalgam. I just like slowing it down as much as possible. And with these energy mines here, we should be relatively safe. And there you are. Oh, our armor is broken. That's all right, because we did it. First try. That is always good. Touch the staff to the altar. And they give you a prompt. Upgrade the ice staff. Those little details I really like. I really like those little details. New objective. All right, now we're moving on to the actual Easter egg. Use the staff's healing shot to charge the crystal at the vermin monolith. That is quite a mouthful, but once again, I think that's pretty difficult to misunderstand. So again, well done. We're gonna go ahead and do this. Charge that. Will it tell us to, okay, gather the raw energy into the amulet? Oh, so that's what we're doing. We're taking this energy into the amulet, and we're refining the raw energy at the vermin altar in the dig site. See, this is the stuff that you miss out by just doing it, by default, and especially with a prompt. Yeah, look at that. Refine the raw energy. Every single time, oh, we got a gobblegum. Every single time I play a directed mode, I just get so giddy with like excitement because this just shows just another level. I've done this Easter egg so many times, but there is still that narrative element to it that I just miss out when you're focused on the basic survival and the mechanics of the steps themselves. So I really like this. And then how is this going to describe this step? Gather the refined energy into the amulet. Yes, yes. Return the refined energy to its monolith in the dark ether. But of course, you can't take much damage, and it shows you the health bar that's right there. Interesting. That is so cool. And so obviously if we get hit by it, it's going to take down its energy. But yeah, that's nifty. That is so cool. Oh, and I just love that part, dude. This Easter egg, man, I love it for some reason. It's so simple, but it's just fun. It's just fun to do. And then we're going to get a gather raw energy and then refine the raw energy at the parasite altar. Okay, so it seems like this is going to be the basic structure. I know this Easter egg is like difficult, but in terms of simplicity, if you're worried about, oh, Easter eggs are just complicated, this is pretty straightforward. Now we just gotta hope that we can collect enough energy before this thing disappears. It doesn't seem to give us any sort of countdown timer, which I think it did when the tomb first launched, but ever since like one of the first updates after the tomb was launched, I can't see like my exfil numbers that I need to exfil, like how many zombies I need to kill, and I can't see the timer for these challenges anymore. Same deal, right? Yeah, collect the refined energy. That thing is gonna shut down and head back to the monolith. Simple enough. I like it. Objective updated. We're gonna do the same thing over here. Yep, at the Doppelgast, gather that refined energy. I should probably switch my field upgrade to Ether Shroud. That would be a smart decision. It doesn't go into the details of the mechanics of like, hey, avoid these things. It's just like refine the energy, and you kind of have to figure out how to refine the energy, but this one is just so simple. I don't think people are gonna be that overwhelmed by this in directed mode, but hey, we've got a war machine. That's pretty cool. And you know what? Let's get some speed cola while we're here, right? We're gonna gather this. We're gonna come around here, avoid the zombies. I always like going down to this portal. It always seems faster. And unfortunately, we'll need to wait for a max ammo to refill our ice staff, but that should be that. Very good. Of course, we don't have enough to get this one started, but that's okay. We might have a bug round next. I love the spectacle of this. It's so cool. And you know what? We should probably get tier 2 armor, huh? That makes me feel a lot better. Oh, and we have enough to upgrade this to epic rarity. Aha, there we go. Here's a max ammo round. That'll refill our healing shot so we can activate this crystal and gather the raw energy and refine it. And the amalgam has the final lockdown, which in my opinion is one of the easiest ones next to the vermin. Just got to make sure we stay inside the bounds here. He's almost dead, almost dead. Oh, he's immune. And there we go. Okay, that took like 10 seconds. Wonderful. Let's take this energy, go all the way back. I like to go to this left side, go through the green portal, and then return this energy here. That is beautiful. And this final ether energy goes to this crystal, which goes to the bridge. And I wonder if it's going to navigate us. Yes, it will navigate us to the bridge. Let's go. Activate the pedestal. And this is going to give us a little activate the pedestal interaction thing. Beautiful. Retrieve the sentinel artifact. And this is the final boss. Now, we are very underprepared. We're not going to go in just yet. It is only round 15, so I'm hoping a double pack-a-punched MP5 or double pack-a-punch C9 here with a purple rarity will be enough, but I also want like maybe tier 3 armor, maybe some more perks, I don't know. We've only been in this map for 35 minutes, which is really fast. But if this is anything like the other boss fights in directed mode, it should be a little bit easier in the sense that when doing the Citadel and the Terminus boss fights, those bosses had a substantially less amount of health than they do in the normal mode, which is good. I will throw on some dead wire just to in case we want to use it to kill the amalgams. I'm sure you don't need like double pack-a-punch purple rarity weapons. I'm sure you don't need triple armor and all the perks, but I'd rather be safe than sorry, you know? Especially on this map. This map can be deceptively hard. In terms of perks, you will want Quick Revive, and I'm definitely going to want Vulture Aid. I have an augment on Vulture Aid that allows me to get ammo for my ice staff through the Vulture Aid drops, which is just really handy, especially in the boss fight. I think Quick Revive is an obvious thing. It has Dying Wish, so if you make a mistake and go down, it can save you. All right, so it's been about 10 minutes or so. I've been just grinding out a couple of these rounds here. I've got all of the perks except for Melee Macchiato. I know it's hard to tell because of the way the HUD layout is, but believe me, they're all there except for Melee Macchiato. Oh, that was, well, okay, well, that's the end of the round then. We finally have enough points for tier 3 armor. We've got tier 2 Pack-a-Punch and legendary rarity. Yes, I was able to get out a legendary rarity weapon here. Again, I think I'm over preparing. Oh, there's a little mimic here that we can just go ahead and destroy just like that. Beautiful. Personally, I don't need a kill streak when I do this Easter egg, and the way this Easter egg works, I don't really think you need a kill streak, but the War Machine is actually a pretty decent kill streak if you ask me, or of course the Mutant Injection. We've got a full ice staff. We've got 2 ether shrouds. Do I want a Casimir? I think I'm going to go with a Casimir just in case. Even though I'm pretty certain this is going to be kind of a squishier boss fight than we're used to, but we'll still do it just in case. So let's make our way over. We've got, actually my Gobblegums aren't too bad. Shields up, insta-kills are pretty good. But here we go. Let's go ahead and take the Sentinel artifact and initiate the trial. And the way this works is that you do not want to get touched by this beam whatsoever. It's nearly an insta-kill. It's very, very dangerous. And so you could either do what I'm doing here and go around this with the ice staff, or what you can do, a lot of people do, is that they will duck down beneath this and it will go over them, and then you can just survive camping here with the ice staff. The laser will go alternating between the top level and the bottom level. I don't think I ever touch the top level now that I know the strategy for this boss fight. The Sentinel artifact will go up once, down again, and then once it goes up the second time, that is when the damage phase is about to begin. So it's going up a second time. We got to get ready. It might be this next pass here. To damage it, I always try to have an ice staff charged up just like that. We'll set it on the ground and then we will go ahead and damage this as much as we can. Okay, this is starting to feel okay. That was pretty normal. I think this gun can make us through. I think we can do it. Now you won't get the direct feedback from the damage that you're doing in the health bar, but if you look at the Sentinel artifact itself, it will slowly start to break and peel away. But because we've broken it, now we have 2 Sentinel artifacts and they're spinning together, and you can probably see where this is going. We're going to get 3 and then 4, so we'll just keep going along as it's spinning. Keep charging the eye staff. It takes about 2 or 3 seconds to charge the eye staff. I think it's more on the side of 3 than it is 2, but once the Sentinel artifacts go up again, that is when you're going to be ready to do another damage phase, just like so. All right, we'll go ahead and do this, and you can see it start peeling away there. We're going to break the 1. We'll reload. You can see there's a ball of energy going to a statue there. If that ball of energy makes it all the way to the statue and you don't break the Sentinel artifact, the statue will spawn in the enemies, and that is going to happen throughout the rest of the Easter egg too. Now I should mention, we just broke 2 Sentinel artifacts, which you don't need to do, but if you do manage to take out 2 Sentinel artifacts in one of these little rounds, you get to skip a step, which is awesome, and honestly it's pretty practical if you're doing this at a good round. And a good round in my opinion is like before round 30 or around round 30 or 35 or so. But when you have 4 Sentinel artifacts, you can go ahead and either prone like I am. Proning just feels a whole lot better to me. But people will still crouch, and I think crouching is okay, but I don't take the chances. I like to lay down and prone instead. Now, during this last phase, we're only going to be able to destroy one of these Sentinel artifacts, so I'm going to choose this Sentinel artifact because this laser is going out to the Amalgam statue. So because I destroyed that Sentinel artifact, that means that the Amalgams won't spawn in this round, so making our life a little easier. But now we have to keep an eye out for this heavy zombie. Oh, and it gives you a little update. That's cool. Okay, kill the monster empowered by the Sentinel artifact. That is so cool. And this is where a lot of people I see tend to get really, oh my goodness, we already killed him. That's crazy. Yep, and then we're just doing this thing. Very good. This is where I see a lot of people make a mistake and rely too much on their bullet weapons, or like I did in my previous video, and go in here without making sure the coast is clear. Oh, so now we have a Doppelgast. Oh boy. And the most important thing about the Doppelgast is to make sure that you are far away from it. You'll notice that the Eye Staff charge does not slow him down, but it does deal a good amount of damage to him. So, oh my goodness, so you want to pay attention to how much damage it's doing, and yeah, that's definitely a lot easier than the regular mode. Use your Eye Staff to deal damage to all of the zombies and even the HVT zombies. As you're about to see, this zombie's probably gonna die really quickly. We've dealt with a regular zombie, we've dealt with a Doppelgast, now we're gonna get a Mimic. And this Mimic might go down in like 1 Eye Staff charge here because it's weak to cryo freeze or frost damage. So once it's weak, you just kill the Sentinel artifact. This is so much easier than the regular mode. This is so much easier. This is the best version to learn Easter eggs, man. This is so cool. But you can see we've got some more zombies spawning in here. We've dealt with a regular zombie, a Doppelgast, a Mimic, and of course that just leaves an Amalgam. So yes, we've got to keep running, keep training around here. The Amalgam is already so low on health. We're probably gonna get him around this corner, doing so much good damage. Let's get that going. And as soon as he's dead, you can go ahead and do this. Use your Ether Shroud if you've got like enemies around you, just like that Doppelgast was trying to get me. Ether Shroud is huge. Obviously, now we're at the final phase. We want to take out these bosses here. The Eye Staff is great for this. Don't forget your max ammos, and do not risk your life over max ammos because that will get you killed. But for this final step here, you'll notice 1 Sentinel artifact going up to this archway. Simply charge up an Eye Staff and then shoot it on the ground as soon as that appears. Switch to your regular weapon, and I bet you this is going to be pretty easy. Yeah, that's not too bad. Whenever I need to reload. Oh yeah, okay, finish off the artifact before it destroys you. So yes, if you fail this, you will die. There's no way to survive it if you don't deal enough damage in this phase, but it's pretty cool. It's, you know, I've never seen anybody legitimately fail this, at least that I know of, but there you go. Pretty darn fun if you ask me. Really intense boss fight, crazy stuff, a lot of things to juggle, but if you're looking to get into Easter eggs and you're more of an advanced player and you like the gameplay of Black Ops 6 Zombies, this is a fantastic place to start. So let's go ahead and retrieve the Sentinel artifact. And I won't show you the cutscene just in case you don't want to be spoiled, but if you're interested in the other Easter eggs with directed mode, I have done playthroughs of all of those and you can check those out right here and as always, stay beautiful.